You said that you wanted to make sure that we talked about a lot of
Right.
what you don't normally talk about tonight.
Right, because I hadn't ever, you know, I never felt comfortable about speaking.
Yeah. Well, again, and as I said, I appreciate that you called and said you wanted to do this. Let's talk a little bit about the question of a man who mentored you and got you going, Jay-Z. And there's this whole thing of whether or not you guys get along now, whether there's a rift, whether, you know, you guys talk. What's that situation?
We do, we speak. We speak, actually. He called the other day. So we speak, we're still friends, but we just don't have that same chemistry where we had in the beginning.
Are you at all amazed that anybody even cares?
Am I amazed that anyone cares?
Yeah, that anyone cares whether or not you all get along.
Right, because yes. I'm not amazed, because what we brought to hip-hop was never before seen. Here you have, like, we like really were two opposites that attracted, you know, and we did it, it was believable and it worked, and people loved it. And to see something like that go astray, I think people really, you know, were kind of like, Foxy, what's up with Jay? And I'm like, whenever he's ready to come back and do a record, I'm here, because our friendship is beyond Foxy Brown and Jay-Z. We were friends before we entered the industry. So
what about some of the other problems and concerns? People have been concerned that, like Mariah Carey, you can reach a point where this pressure is going to be too much for you. There's concern whether or not, you know, you need to step back. Not you specifically, but people in the industry step back and get away from some of the pressures. Did you find a need to do that?
Oh, yeah. I don't think I would be here if I didn't. I mean, it was that bad. So I really had to say, you know what, seeing my mother in tears and my brothers just, you know, looking like, come on, and just do this for us. Do this for yourself. Not only for us, for yourself. I had to. I was at the, like I said, the lowest point. If I didn't, I wouldn't. I know, definitely I wouldn't.
Strong enough now to know how blessed you are that suicide, or even the thought of, is no longer an option?
No longer an option, but I still struggle every day with the same pressures. But I know how to channel my energy a lot better now. You know, I'll read a book, I'll read the Bible, I'll do something that is positive instead of...
One of the lesser rumors, but still out there, drug use. Problem? No.
Drug use? Let's just say we all have our problems. We do. I mean, and I really don't. I don't want to really. That's a very painful situation for me. So I really don't want to go, you know, in depth with it.
And you've been very honest tonight, but acknowledging the fact that it may be something that you need to look at.
Foxy Brown, Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, all these artists. A lot of people turn to weed. They turn to, I don't know, everything. Everybody has their own, you know, thing that they turn to help. You know, it might not be the right thing, but you don't know when you're involved in it. Sometimes you have to step outside of your circle and then look at it for what it really is.
Well, in knowing
that,
and in knowing that the first road, the first step to helping yourself is admitting it. So without saying it, it's obvious that you've seen the light and you're working on it. So we'll leave it at that. Let's talk a little bit about. I've got 30 seconds. I tell you, on the other side of this break, before we get your final thoughts, I cannot let you go without talking to you about that little sexy image thing you got going on. Let's throw the video up. We'll see a little sexy image. We'll be back in just a minute with Foxy Brown.
Acclaimed, rapturous in the game, coast to coast, stash the gat and host the girl. Dog,
that girl is something else, man. You gotta help an old man like me, girl. Listen, before we go on to something else, you wanted to clarify two things.
Yeah, I wanted to clarify the fact that, you know, for the younger fans that are out there, that Foxy Brown has never drank, smoke, or anything, but the pressures of this business can be overwhelming, and it can lead you into doing things that you're not proud of, you know, but it just can, and I just wanted to let people know.
And so you wanted to clear up, when we talked about drug use, it's not the traditional drug use that people associate with rappers.
No, I don't smoke weed. I don't, you know, I just never felt, that was never my thing.
You also wanted to say that the myth of where all rappers come from, the ghetto and the like, and being, you know, motherless and fatherless does not apply to you.
I'm from Brooklyn. Let's you know, people know that. No, shout out. But I'm from Brooklyn, definitely. But I want to applaud my mother. I just want to take this time. I know it's not like the normal thing to do. But I do want to applaud her because my mother's a school teacher. She raised us a single parent. My family is from Trinidad. They're from the West Indies. So we had a very good upbringing. We didn't always have everything, but she instilled a certain amount of morals in us that we always kept embedded in us as children. You know, she would definitely say, it's not me and such, it's he and I, and she and I. You know, she was just really good at that, and I really want to applaud her for that because it helped.
And what about the image? How much of a problem, we showed a little bit of it, is that for your mama?
Oh, she doesn't condone, but she supports. And that's the main thing. My mother is not going to be, you know, sitting there and applauding. She's like, I thought this album you said you were going to put clothes on. And I'm like, Mom, I did. So I gave her that business suit pinstripe picture on the inside. So, but like I said, she doesn't condone everything, but she supports, and she knows that this is something that I really... But
you have crafted your image now, even with this, to be a little, perhaps, toned down from what you first hit us with.
But I also think that even in a bikini, like even in this picture, I don't think it's offensive to the fact where you would say she looks disgusting. No. I mean, it's still...
Fellas, would we say that? No. Wow, we got a lot of head shaking.
No, so I mean, even you can throw in a bikini and still be sexy. That's what I thought, and I can throw in a business suit. I wasn't ever like a one-dimensional
But let's not get away from some of those lyrics that have nothing to do with it.
The lyrics are offensive, no, but the lyrics can be offensive in the way people perceive you, yes.
But do you see yourself as like a modern-day Millie Jackson?
No, probably a modern-day Pam Grier. Because Pam was in every video, every movie, all the blaxploitation movies, bikinis, bathing suit, but you put her in front of a camera and you ask her to speak, and she is going to blow your mind. So that's what I liked. I felt like no one was going to tell me how I should be perceived. That's just how I felt. I felt like I wanted to, you know, feel comfortable and do what I wanted to do, but I also can throw on a sweatsuit
and kick it.
Some Timbs, and yeah, like...
Listen, I want to do something personally. I want to thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
And talking about what you talked about, and not worrying about pushing the CD so much. I mean, your thing tonight was, I want to do this, but I know how important it is to push product, but I want to thank you personally for doing that.
Right, thank you. People know it's in stores. If they get it, they get it, but we're here for, you know, another reason. And thank you for having me.
Well, Fox, it was a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Right, we're going to take a quick program note here to tell you about tomorrow night, a look at the